What's up everybody, Arrg The Pirate here, and today we're gonna play a little Hun Batz in the jungle, and we do some work in this lower ranked match. But as always, let's go over the build and the kit first. Now for my first 1500 gold, I'm gonna go with Assassin's Blessing, Katana, 1 health potion, 1 mana potion, and Aegis, and then follow that up with Warrior Tabby, Heartseeker, Jotun's Wrath, Deathbringer, the Crusher, and then Hide of the Urchin for late game, and I've also got Blink Rune in case I need it. Next up, we have to go over his kit, and first up we have his passive Infused Strikes. Using an ability gives Hun Batz next basic attack within 3 seconds an increased critical strike chance. And it's a 30% chance, so it's pretty good, and getting that crit early on is always good. Somersault is his one. Hun Batz flips through the air, crashing down on a target location, doing damage to all nearby enemies and slowing them. Overhand Smash is his 2. Hun Batz smashes his staff on the ground in front of him, doing damage to all enemies. This is the ability that you want to start out with for your clear. It just does a ton of damage, and with that passive, you might get a follow-up crit damage. Scared Monkey is his 3, and although it's worded a little bit funny, I'll try my best to break it down for you. Basically, you throw out a monkey, and it jumps from target to target up to a maximum of 4 targets. And if you activate the ability again, you will teleport to the last target that the monkey hit, so you can use this to catch up to an enemy that is running away, as well as it does some decent damage. Not quite as much as your smash, but it's pretty decent. Lastly, we have his ultimate, Fear No Evil. Hun Batz summons a totem from the ground to ward off all evil. Any enemies caught within the radius is feared directly away from the totem and takes damage every 0.25 seconds, so very, very quick ticks. And guys, this can make or break a team fight. You got 4 people in an area, you jump in, throw that totem down, throw that Fear No Evil down, you split the team up as well as just get to tee off on them for a handful of seconds. It's such a good ultimate, especially when you're working with your team. Alright, now let's get into this gameplay. So, you know, we've got a kill so far. We were able to rotate on Geb. Early on, you know, I am on PlayStation, guys, and since it is a new account, I think I'm only like level 10 or something like that. I'm still learning the controls, everything like that, and I'm playing, you know, fairly low ranked matches, and one of the biggest issues I've had so far is that the mid laner does not help out with yellow. You know, and sometimes you don't even have a mid lane. I've played a couple of matches where, as the jungler, I'll actually have to go cover a lane and, you know, turn into a solo laner or something like that. So, really, you know, it's definitely odd playing as a jungler in these lower rankings, but you can find success with it, and we definitely do this match. Now, we were able to rotate over to our actual duo lane, even though it's only Hercules over there. We just kind of wanted to prevent them from pushing. You know, we wanted to keep them out. You know, we took way too much damage just the way we went in. I wanted to get in there quickly because, you know, yeah, we're losing that tower, and we're going to end up losing this very, very early tower. And, you know, hey, it's what it is. The beginning game in Smite does not determine the end game at all. You know, there are other MOBAs out there that if you have a very weak early game, you know, it can, you know, be devastating for you late game. But really, in Smite, it's not that big of a deal. Losing a T1, yeah, is what it is. Now, I want to engage on this. They're staying pushed up. We should be able to make something happen here. And sure enough, we're going to go ahead and jump in. We end up smashing both of them, and I get my crit onto Opwash instead of Izanami. We follow up with our monkey, and I end up teleporting back to the minions. And you can see there, it teleports you to the last target, not the one that you want to go for. So that's very important to know. And we're going to go ahead and just get this lane kind of set. Let Hercules go back, heal up, you know, and then he can come back and continue his farm. And you see, I'm taking an absolute ton of poke here. It's definitely not the wisest decision to just stay in, you know, engage on these lane minions. But since I know they both backed off, let's go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of get this lane set so it is pushing in the right direction. Now, we're going to go ahead and clean this wave up because Hercules did take a while to actually go back and then put items on, things like that. No problem at all. Let's head back to the jungle, clean this up. I can't pick up yellow because I have purple, which is no problem, but I dropped it. I'm also going to drop red, and then I actually have to head back to our duo lane. And we're going to jump in and immediately ult. Now, let's focus on Opwash because we can take him out. Izanami might get away, but luckily, she must have used her escape, and we're able to take her out. Awesome double kill right there. So nice. Maybe we can actually make some progress on a tower. Now, at these lower levels in Smite, I've found that playing the jungle role, you cannot necessarily rely on your team to actually have a laning phase or play in the correct lanes, things like that. So people might not be close to the correct buffs, all that type of good stuff. So you do need to push towers when you can. You definitely need to help out with pushing towers, which you always should as a jungler. But you want to make it more of a point with this. You can see I've helped Hercules quite a bit. We end up taking quite a bit of damage there in mid, and this is all to help the team because you really want to open this game up for when it gets to late game, and you're not near as free to just run around and poke stuff when the ADCs and other jungles and things come online. Now, we do end up heading over to our solo lane, and I'm thinking, I'm going to take this Gib out. He doesn't even know I'm here. Yep, Scylla's able to take him out, which is absolutely awesome. I'm going to go ahead and stay in on these towers, or on this minion side. We should be able to take all of these minions out and actually, make something happen. Get this tower down, because if we can get this tower down, that's really going to free me up to spend a little bit more time in jungle, but unfortunately we actually have a DC, so it's a 4v4 match right now, and when you run into these type of matches, which happen absolutely all the time, you just kind of have to do what you can to, make things happen, and that's exactly what we're doing here. Now, I am going to run away from the Flying Devil guy. I don't even know his name, guys. I really have not. It's been a while. But Scylla shows up, and I was thinking, hey, I'm just going to go back. But no, I need to head over and actually help her out. And sure enough, we're able to secure that kill. Both of us survive, and now we can head back. Once I spawn back in, sure enough, we're going to go actually pick up our yellow, kind of clean out a couple of camps. Like I said, we've downed those T1s, so we've got a lot more freedom to just kind of move around. And I'm going to go ahead and get that stun on Cupid. We're going to hopefully be able to follow up with Geb, and sure enough, take him out. Oh, awesome play, and you can see that monkey at work, guys. That monkey really helps you out, gets you around the map, and allows you to engage when your team splits up after, or when the enemy team splits up after an ultimate. Now I am going to rotate over to mid, and looks like we're going to get a free tower, which is, just odd, but hey. And the demon guy's here again. Let's go ahead and make sure we take him out. Sure enough, he didn't stand a chance. And let's get this lane pushing. Let's see if we can get this into the Phoenix, maybe pull some of these enemies towards the Phoenix and allow us to take out other towers. But, we definitely don't want to stay engaged on that. We definitely want to back off. I don't know where Opwash came from, but I'm just going to completely ignore him since he ignored me. And sure enough, we dropped their red, and we're just kind of walking around. Then I see Opwash go back to mid. He's at half health. He's pretty far out, and since Opwash does not really have a good escape, let's go ahead and take him out. We end up ulting right there. Sure enough, just absolutely delete him. We're not very far in our build. Sure, we do have Jotuns on, but we're already doing work, guys. And, it's always fun. One of my favorite items is Blink. I absolutely love Blink. It's so much fun to use, especially when, you're a jungler. No one's expecting you to just appear right in front of them and dish out tons of damage. But sure enough, we're able to, we go in on Cupid there. We're able to take him out. Geb, he is going to be able to get away here. But, whatever. We got the ADC. It's not that big of a deal. Blink is so much fun. But sure enough, we've got to get lanes pushing in the right direction. You can see, this is kind of where I'm talking about you know, in these lower level matches, everybody's kind of rotating oddly, and no one's really got a set lane. Everybody's just kind of playing wherever, and, you know, we just hard pushed mid, you know, we got mid pushed down great, and it's been completely ignored for, you know, the good minute here, even though people are over there. So that is definitely something you have to watch out for, especially if you're playing that jungle role, because you can easily go over there and, you know, you might not be able to get a kill, but you can definitely stop someone from pushing into a tower. Now, just like before, it's kind of that same situation. We're going to go in this D2. We place our ultimate just absolutely poorly there. But hey, we are going to be able to take out that Opwash, and then we're going to follow up with Izanami. She tried to take me on with that minion wave, but me being as healthy as I am, we're able to take her out. Now, one thing about Hun Batz's ultimate is you can place it. It doesn't drop down right where you are. You can set it a distance out, and with PlayStation, oh, I'm still getting used to that, guys. One of y'all got to tell me, does Hades not have an animation for his down below move? Does that not have a visual indication, or am I just getting a bug with that? Because I don't see it at all. You just have to guess where it's going to go. But besides that, Hun Batz, you know, you can place that, and you can really use it to wall people off, like I am right here. You see, we're able to push Opwash back towards us, and that allows us to take him out very easily. Geb and Cupid are over here, and hopefully we can take them out as well. You know, with Herc being, with Herc just being Herc, we should have no problem. I gotta get out of Cupid little love arrow thing, and then we're gonna jump over, and sure enough, Cupid's here. Well, he's in our minion wave now. You know, Herc is here. This should be easy peasy, and come on, there we go. We finally got it. What is aim? Who needs aim? And you know, we're able to survive with, you know, 80 health, which is always fun. But let's go ahead and head back to base. Now from here, you know, we've just completely forgotten about our jungle for the most part, which, you know, we're kind of getting out of that phase, but, you know, I'm avoiding my yellow, which is completely fine. I'm gonna go for their red, and you can see we're heading over to this fight, or this engagement, and sure enough, well, look at this damage, guys. Look at this damage. Geb doesn't stand a chance. We're able to take him out. You know, awesome play. Awesome play. I'm not exactly sure what Cupid was doing. I don't know if he didn't see what was going on or didn't register, but he's pushing down this lane, and it's like, hey, man, we're all right there. And sure enough, we're able to take him out. Easy peasy. We should be able to march down this lane, especially with this team wipe. Now, sure enough, with me, Cupid, and Scylla here, we're all pushing down this lane, and this is going to be easy peasy. You know, once we get some minions in there, me and Cupid, we just delete that tower. I drop purple, and then I'm going to head back. Herc is getting into a fight, and you know, there's just such a huge level discrepancy between me and Geb at this point. You know, I'm double his level. I've done a very good job of farming. You know, I'm more than halfway through my build, and I'm able to one-shot him. You know, he was at half health, but still, there's a lot of damage going out. And you know, at this point, I'm really kind of at my snowball peak. You know, the only thing that can happen from here is the enemy team starts catching up to me. Their ADCs start getting to the point of damage where I am. So I really want to try my best to keep them shut down and keep the pressure up on lanes. I'm gonna head over to our duo lane, and sure enough, you know, there is an Ames here. We're gonna go ahead and throw that ult down. We're able to take out Cupid as well. Oh, awesome. Absolutely great. Hopefully we can, you know, keep this pressure up. Like I said, I'm at the point where I'm much higher up than the enemy team. At this point in the match, the only thing that's going to happen is they slowly start catching up to me. So keeping that pressure up, keeping that damage up is really what we want to do. And sure enough, we're deleting people. One of the main issues that we're having now, though, is they are at such a lower level, it is very hard for us to actually go into towers and take them out with these very, very short cooldown times. But, you know, hey, these are the opportunities where you can use to pick up Gold Fury, to pick up Fire Giant, things like that. We end up going in for that, and we weren't able to get out. I was thinking Aegis would be able to. feels bad. But really, at these points in the matches, this is when you want to go for those side objectives. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip the death timer because who wants to see that? But one thing you always want to consider is, do you have the advantage? And that can be, do you have minion advantage? Do you have an item advantage? Do you have just a level advantage? And that can really determine if you want to go into a fight. And this is exactly what we do here. Now, you see, I'm going to head into this fight. We go ahead and take out Cupid because he's a big threat. And then Geb's here. You know, Cupid's able to take him out. We could have stayed engaged on Izanami there, but, you know, hey, it's really not that big of a deal. She's got such good escape, and since I just used my jump, I'd just probably end up running around the jungle anyways. It's much better to secure a kill and prevent damage from Cupid. Now, we're going to go ahead and go in on this bad guy. Like I said, guys, I don't know his name, I don't know his abilities. Same with the new guy with the coffin. Oh man, he destroys me because I just have no idea what he does. But besides that, we're gonna go ahead and, you know, continue to keep up this pressure. Now you see here, Izaname's here. She's gone. She's just deleted, man. We definitely really have ran away with this game. You know, we're the definition of snowball at this point. But just because you have a huge item advantage, huge level advantage, does not mean that you are indestructible. Right here, Geb is rolling towards me, and I'm going, okay, you know, it's just Geb. We should be able to take him out. And sure enough, we're doing some work. He's used his whole kit. Alpha shows up, and I'm gone. You know, so really, just because you have that giant advantage doesn't mean that you are going to win. It really just means you can maybe overextend, you can maybe play, you know, irrational, but you definitely aren't indestructible. Now, of course, I'm going to cut out that death timer again, but we're going to head to mid where Cupid is, and sure enough, we're able to go in on him. He dashes out of my slam, but we use our monkey to follow up, and then we position our ultimate to push back towards us, and we're able to delete him. You know, now is the time in the match, you know, where it's all about teamwork. It's all about working as a team. Laning is completely gone. We should be working together as a group. And having one person down is just very, very difficult to make things happen. You know, even if it's someone that's just feeding, something like that, it really, having just that extra body is just absolutely huge. And, you know, unfortunately, we just don't have that right now. Now, Geb does show up, and you can see, well, we got to get out of here. Chasing that was a bit ridiculous. I thought we would definitely have a little bit... We'd be able to snatch up the Batman, but, you know, we just weren't able to. And, unfortunately, Hercules goes down there. We're going to head to mid and see what we can make happen, you know, and just continue to try to push these lanes and, you know, overcome this 4v5 situation. Now, with my Scylla and Cupid showing up, we should be able to make something happen here. Unfortunately, I have no idea how Cupid went down there. I didn't know Izanami was anywhere close to him, but he does go down, and that is unfortunate. And, you know, one thing about having the, you know, two gods like Cupid is when they use their ultimates, it's very hard to tell which ultimate is which, and I stood right in the middle of Cupid's there. You know, just so many things happening at once. But, hey, we ended up, you know, there was, you know, it was a successful trade if we were in a 5v5 situation. But since we're in a 4v5, you know, trading is never worth it in a 4v5 because you are already at a disadvantage, and by taking yourself out of, you know, the match, you're just hurting your team. So really, that trade was definitely not worth it. Now, these type of matches are pretty frustrating because, you know, it doesn't really matter how well you are doing or how well your team's doing. You're at such a disadvantage that, you know, games just last a long time. The longer they last, the more advantage the 5-person team has over the 4-person team. And you can see here, I just push insanely hard, to try to take this tower out. If Cupid would have came in and actually helped me with the Phoenix instead of going after those minions, we probably would have got it there, but, you know, it is what it is. That's just pure frustration of, I'm ready for, you know, we're stagnant and just letting them catch up to us. You know, we need to work together to make something happen, but, you know, again, you're at a huge disadvantage. Now, me rushing in like that, you can see, is almost costing us the game right here, because we lost the Phoenix, we've got a Winion Wave heading in on mid, we've got the Batman heading in onto our duo lane. You know, it's just not looking good at all. And you see me heading over there, and then I'm like, oh, wow, mid's got a huge wave in it on it. You know, it's just unfortunate. And with my team, just, you know, again, we're at that disadvantage. It is tough, but hey, let's go ahead and head into this lane, take out some fire minions. Let's see if we can make something happen by taking out Opwash. And sure enough, we're able to get quite a bit of damage on him. And you can see that right there, that latency that the PlayStation has over the Xbox, where, you know, you can mash a button as fast as you want, but sometimes it just does not register, and, you know, you're not able to make that jump. But it's okay. We're gonna eventually take out Opwash, and then, you know, we've got to deal with these fire minions. The core's being taken down. You know, we've just got a lot going on. We've got a lot of just cleaning house type of work to do right here, and hopefully my team is up for it. Now, from here, again, I'm gonna kind of clean this lane up. I'm gonna go back to base, you know, heal up a little bit. I'm gonna pick up my yellow, because yellow can be absolutely critical right now since I am making such fast rotations. I'm gonna head in behind Izanami and Geb, and hopefully we'll be able to make something happen. Sure enough, you know, easy peasy. Now, we do need to deal with these fire minions. You know, there's a wave coming in, and Cupid goes ahead and ults right there. Scylla gets absolutely deleted, and then I follow her up. You know, I didn't want to leave her alone. So we end up both going down. You know, that's bad, man. The CC is absolutely real, you know, but Hercus here takes out Cupid. Oh, awesome. Awesome. And that's what we needed to keep from, you know, actually losing this game. Now, Herc is able to hold off long enough for me and Scylla to spawn back in, and this is GG, man. We're gonna take these guys out, and sure enough, you know, the amount of damage, and that's having, you know, two of their key players at this point down. We should be able to push all the way down mid lane, and, you know, we should be able to make some absolute huge progress here. And if we could just get our team to collapse and all kind of concentrate together, it would be much better. But, you know, that Cupid's kind of doing his own thing, which that's completely fine. Well, we do end up trying to make this just insane push to, you know, just cap off on the game, but Geb and Cupid are able to swoop in behind, actually take out our Titan. You know, GG on them is great play, and, you know, hey, it was a fun match. Well, if you did enjoy, show me some love, leave me a comment, think about subscribing. Let me know how y'all like the breakdown of these lower level matches that just have a ton of kills and it's just completely random. Let me know if y'all like that. Well, thanks for watching again, and as always, I'll see you all in the next video.